The top 10 gaining stocks in the Kenyan stock market. Yes, one of these company, it has a gain of over 500%. Stick around to find out which company this is. Well, hello there and welcome to today's video where we'll be looking at which companies have increased their share price by over 100% in this since the year began. Yeah, in 2025, here are the top 10 gaining stocks in the Kenyan stock market since the year began. And as I've said, one of these companies has a gain of over 500%. If this is the first time you are landing on this page, welcome. My name is Gertrude, and on this channel, we talk about all things money, how to make your money work for you, that is through investing, how to budget, save, etc. All the good stuff to help you learn how you can create wealth in this investment journey. If this is not the first time you are landing on this page, welcome back and let's get started. So, as I've said, in this video, I'll be sharing which companies and the 10 have the highest gain in terms of increasing their share price. And this is what we call capital appreciation. Yeah, let's see which companies these are, at what is the current price of these shares or companies, the percentage gain since the year began, and if you had invested 100,000, how much that money would be worth on 2nd September 2025. Yes, this list was compiled as of 2nd September 2025. And let's get started. All right? Okay. Before that, I'd like to mention that in the stock market, there are two ways you can make money. One is by buying shares at a low price and selling them at a higher price. The second way is through dividends, and this is simply the companies sharing part of their profit with you, the investor. All right? Okay. Let's get started with this list. Yeah. At number 10, we have East African Portland Cement, which has a current share price of 58.50 shillings. Now, East African Portland has a gain of 91.18%. That means if you had invested 100,000 in East African Portland, at the moment, that 100,000 would be 191,180. Yeah, you would have gained an extra 91,000. That is the power of investing. The second company, that is number 8, we have eGuards. Now, eGuards is currently priced at 22.95 shillings, and eGuards has a gain of 91.25%. Yes, since the year began, this company has a gain of 91.25%. Now, if you had invested 100,000 in eGuards at the beginning of the year, right now that amount would be valued at 191,250. Yeah, you would have gained an extra 91,250. Yeah. Now, number 7, we have HF, that is Housing Finance, which is at the moment, the current share price of HF is 9.96 shillings per share. Now, HF has a gain of 120.84%. Yes, since the year began, HF has increased their share price by 120 4.84%. Now, if you had invested 100,000 in HF Group at the beginning of the year, right now, that 100,000 would be 220,840. Now, the next company on this list is CIC. Now, the current share price of CIC is 4.84 shillings. Yeah, 4.84 shillings. Now, CIC has a gain of 125.12%. Yeah, if you had invested 100,000 in CIC at the beginning of the year, right now the 100,000 would be 225,120. Yeah, you would have gained 125,120. That is the power of investing your money in the stock market. Reminder, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research first before investing in anything. This is simply showing you the top gainers so that you can know the potential the stock market has. On the other side, we also have losers. Yeah, we'll look at that later. All right? Okay. Now, the next company on this list is the Nairobi Securities Exchange. Yes, our very own stock market is also a company listed on the stock market, and the NSE right now is trading at 15.25 shillings. Yeah, 15.25 shillings, and it has a gain of 154.17%. Over 150% gain since the year began. So if you had invested 100,000 in the NSE right now, the current value of your portfolio, the current value of this investment would be 254,170. Yeah, you would have gained over 150,000 by just investing your money and letting it be. That's the power of the stock market. The next company on this list is Kenya Re Insurance, which is in the insurance sector. Now, Kenya Re is at the moment trading at 3.48 shillings per share. Now, since the year began, Kenya Re has a gain of 171.88%, meaning that if you had invested 100,000 in Kenya Re at the beginning of the year, right now the value would be 271,880. That is a gain of over 171,000. Yeah, that's the power of investing your money. Now, the next company in this list is a company that is listed in the energy sector. All these companies are listed on the Kenyan stock market, but this specific one is in the energy sector. Can you guess which company this is? Let me know in the comment section below so that I may know who has reached this far. So this company is none other than Kengen. Now, Kengen is at the moment trading at 10.20 shillings per share. Now, Kengen has a gain of 180.22%, meaning that if you had invested 100,000 in Kengen at the beginning of this year, right now that amount would have increased to 280,220. For those of us who had invested in these companies, let me know, is this the time to sell, or should we ride the bull wave? Let me know in the comment section below. Should we sell now or should we wait? Maybe let me know in the comment section below. Yeah, I love reading your responses. Now, as I've said, if you had invested in Kengen at the beginning of the year, right now you would have a gain of 180.22%, meaning that you would have made an extra 180,000. Now, the next company on this list is Home Africa. Now, Home Africa is at the moment trading at 1.05 shillings per share. Now, Home Africa has a gain of 183.78%, meaning that if you had invested 100,000 in Home Africa at the beginning of the year, right now, that amount would be 283,780. Another gain of 180,000. Yeah, you would have made an extra 180,000. Yeah, need I say more? Just a reminder, we had a bootcamp whereby I took the class through how you can get started with investing in the Kenyan stock market, that is investing in shares and ETFs. I'd like to say thank you so much to everyone who attended. You made the class so lively, and I loved teaching you how you can get started. Let me know in the comment section below, should we have another class on the same topic? Let me know in the comments section below. And in September, at the end of the month, that is the last few days, we'll have a class on how you can get started with investing in government bonds. You can start booking your slot using the link in the pinned comment or in the description box below. Yeah, I intend to have these classes per month until we finish, until November. Yeah, until we finish this quarter. That is the last class will be in November. But for this month's class, we'll have a class on investing in government securities, that is government bills and bonds. So book a spot in the comment section below. Yeah. So we have said that if you had invested 100,000 in Home Africa at the beginning of the year, right now you would be sitting on 283,780, making up an extra amount of 180,000. Now we are down to our last two companies. Can you guess which these two companies are? Yeah, I bet you can. So the second highest gaining stock in the Kenyan stock market is none other than KPLC. Now, I remember there was someone who DM'd me and was asking whether Kengen will have the same gain as KPLC, and as you can see, these two companies are in the top 10 gaining stocks in the Kenyan stock market. So you can make your decision from that. Alright, so back to KPLC. Now KPLC is at the moment trading at 14.40 shillings, but by this time I bet it has reached 15 shillings by the time you're watching this. So it is trading at 14.40 shillings per share, and at the time I was compiling this list, KPLC had a gain of 199.38%, meaning that if you had invested 100,000 in KPLC at the beginning of the year, right now that amount would be 299,380 shillings. That means you would have an extra 199,380 shillings. Yeah. This is a short reminder to hit that like and subscribe button, because when you hit that like and subscribe button, it encourages me to continue creating such videos. Right? Okay, back to the video. And now we are down to our last company. Now the last company with the biggest gain in the Kenyan stock market, as at the time I was compiling this list, is none other than Samir. Now Samir is at the moment trading at 16.80 shillings per share. Now Samir has a gain of 591.36%. Yeah, 591.36%. I know, I'm also shocked. So if you had invested 100,000 in Samir at the beginning of the year, at the moment the value of your holdings would be 691,360. That is the power of investing your money. That is making your money work for you. Yeah, that's it. So somewhere with an extra 500,000 in your pocket. Let me know your thoughts about these companies in the comment section below. But a quick one, let me give you a summary. So number 10 with East African Portland with 91.18%, EGADS with 91.25%, HF with a gain of 120.84%, CIC with a gain of 125.12%, the NSC with a gain of 154.17%, then Kenya Re with a gain of 171.88%, then Kengen with a gain of 180.22%, then Home Africa with a gain of 183.78%, followed by KPLC with a gain of 199.38%, and finally our top gaining company, which is Samir, with a gain of 591.36%. Let me know your thoughts about these companies in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. I'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, watch any of these videos that YouTube thinks you will enjoy. Until the next one, have a great day, a great night. Bye bye now.